Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, let me make sure this volume on this computer is up. Okay. Y'all, I be seeming like I'm not ready, but I be ready. I be ready. It just be a few little tweaks, a few little tweaks. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me put this back over here. Okay. Y'all, I'm here for it, but I'm good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Is that Darian? Did I say that right? I hope I did. Good morning. If I said it right, say good morning back. Let me know I'm right this morning. Got something going this morning. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. I'm trying to see. Bless my little heart. Okay, okay, okay. Good morning, Danielle. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. How y'all doing this morning? Come on in the room. Let's get this thing started. Okay. I don't like that back there, y'all. Let me put this back up here. Okay. 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 Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get started. Because if you're not here now, then you can catch it later. The information would be there. But I am excited to share what I'm excited to share. What I'm about to share about. Good morning, family. I am Tawanda. I am Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified life coach, best-selling author, and I am the host of Talks with Tawanda. It's a space for healing, believing, and growing into the next version of yourself. That's what we're here for. That's what we are here for. So before I tell you about this exciting news that I have, um, which is going to be a workshop that I am launching. I do workshops in person. This will be a little bit different. It will be a workshop online, and it will allow me to be able to reach many people, not just those in Huntsville, right? So we get to move around a little bit. And this first workshop online will be December the 1st. And from there, it'll be every first and third Monday. So don't worry if you don't get December the 1st, you can get the 15th, okay? Because we're going to keep running it and doing it again. And there's a reason why. I want you to know why this means so much to me. This workshop, just not a workshop. This workshop was born out of the most hardest seasons of my life. So I know I'm not the only one that have went through things because life be life and for everybody. But how we allow ourselves to sit in the space, it does mean a big difference. It makes a big difference in life. There was a time everything around me felt like it was falling apart. Y'all just had to have been back there in those days. I'm so grateful for them. I was walking through divorce. I had dealt with betrayal from a friend, well, from who I thought was a friend, identity theft. I had faced some family drama that tried to tear me apart. Like it was like lions in the den, y'all. And I've had seasons where depression wanted to pull me over, where my confidence was shaken, where I woke up fighting battles that no one knew about. You have to understand there was days I felt pulled in every direction emotionally. Days where my peace wasn't just disturbed, baby, it was attacked, a full-blown attack. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Miss B. For those that don't know me, let me go ahead and reset the room. I am your coach. I am Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified personal development and goals coach, best-selling author, and podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. And we started this thing by explaining to you or letting you know about this exciting news that I got going on, this exciting thing, again, walking in purpose. But as I was stating, I went through that season where divorce tried to take me out, the betrayal from a friend, identity theft, family drama. Like I say, this was a season where depression wanted to pull me under, baby. We talking about tried to drown me, but I'm still here, right? My confidence was shaken. As I stated, I woke up, y'all, and I was fighting battles nobody knew about. I was going through some things that I had to work that thing out because it was a whole situation. There was days that, have you ever had those moments where you just pulled in every direction? Like everything is pulling at you. Days where my peace wasn't just disturbed. I was in a whole attack. I was being attacked, y'all. And it was days that I didn't even recognize myself because I was so busy fighting the battles that I hadn't even asked for. And in my mind, I hadn't asked for, but I do understand there are some of those battles that I positioned myself in. Why? Because I didn't have boundaries. I lacked in self-respect, and I didn't have a clear vision of my goals, or a clear identity of my vision and what it is I really wanted in life. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I'm going to be honest with you, I lost myself. It was moments I sat on that couch a little bit longer than I needed to. And in that moment, I remember sitting in that season when everything started making a little different sense. I remember having to tell myself, for y'all that don't like cussing, I'm going to say, get your ass up and let's go. You got things to do, because you have to understand it wasn't, life was life. And I went from making great money, building a business and things of that nature that had tumbled. Um, it was just some things going on. I remember sitting alone one day, and I had to ask myself, like, how did I get here? What where did this where did this come from? And I remember being in those moments where I myself called out to God, like, okay, God, like, you see, sis, like, what's going on? What's going on? And how do I come back from this? And I remember through the pain, through the confusion, I felt God tugging on my spirit. And that's when he told me it's time to begin again. Y'all, it wasn't the easiest to even accept, if I had to be honest with you, because I'm like, begin again? What do you mean? I have built so much. There is so much going on and things of that nature, but I had to be honest with myself if I would. Even in the moment of building those things, I built them and I had them and they was going good, but they really wasn't structured on purpose. It really wasn't in place where I had boundaries. It really wasn't in place where I had self-respect. So begin again, where it was scary, I realized that it was something that had to be done. It wasn't just a moment of just starting over, right? It was a moment where I had to rebuild stronger. I had to rebuild wiser. I had to rebuild with vision, healing, and purpose. And slowly I did that. Slowly I will continue to do that. Why? Because I ain't in a race with no one. The only race that I'm in is the race to get to the purpose that's mine. The race to get me to where I'm looking to be, where I desire to be. I ain't racing and comparing to no one else. So I had to rebuild that thing slowly. And it's going to be an everyday journey. I rebuilt my self-worth. I reconnected with my purpose. And then I learned how to forgive, how to release, and how to set boundaries that protected my peace. It's needed. It's needed because in those moments, I then realized that it was time for me to stop surviving and start living. It is a difference between the two. Please trust and believe. And the more I healed, the louder my calling became. That's why you always hear me say, I'm a called and certified coach. Yes, I am certified. I have the certifications. I went through the classes, through the courses, all the little cute stuff, all those things, but I am called for it. And that is a difference. And I am so grateful for the calling. I'm so grateful because in the midst of me being called, I was also being healed. You better understand me now. The more I healed, the more my calling began. Like, you gotta understand, it's a scary walk, but that walk is so doable because that's what led me into coaching. That's what led me into writing books. That's what led me into starting my podcast. And that's what led me into helping others step into the next version of themselves. So when I created this upcoming workshop, as I stated, it's online now, but I was doing it in person. And I wanted to be in position to where I can offer it to the multitude. I wanted to step outside of just my city, out of my space, and be able to offer a space so that I'm able to help others heal as well. So this workshop that I've created, It came from that place. It came from that place of darkness into light. It came from that place of not knowing how to set boundaries to setting boundaries. It came from that place of not having self-worth to having self-worth. You understand? So it was created from a place, from a woman who had to start over, from a woman who had to rebuild her faith, her confidence, and her identity. Because again, you heard me say I lost myself. I'm not even ashamed to say it because I had to grow through some things. I had to live through some things. I had to go through some things, and I'm okay because all the things I went through has made me the woman that I am still becoming. I am so, so, so excited. Good morning, Sterling. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, again, the workshop is from that woman that had to start over. It's from that one that had to rebuild some things. It's from that one that had to learn that vision, healing, and clarity can change your entire life. This workshop is the blueprint I wish I had when everything around me was falling apart. But I am grateful and I sit with a grateful heart because where I didn't have it, God blessed me with the people and the tools. So, guess what I did? The space that I knew I needed then is the space that I've created for others to be able to walk in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Nexter. It's the space that I've created for others to be able to walk in. So I cannot wait to share it with you. I cannot wait to sit in the room with you on Zoom. Don't forget, because this journey is just not a journey. It's just not something to do. It is the heartbeat behind the workshop. My journey is the heartbeat behind this workshop. This workshop is about you. It's about living beyond your circumstances. Had to do it. It's about believing in yourself again. Had to do it. It's about healing the parts that people walked all over. I know I'm not the only one. And as I say, I am grateful for those moments because those moments taught me so much about myself that even continuing to walk through life, I got something in my tool belt. Good morning, Renee. I got something in my tool belt. It's about stepping into the next version of who God is calling you to be. This workshop. It's about overcoming depression. Good morning, Ms. B. It's about overcoming depression. It's about gaining confidence and self-worth. It's about setting boundaries and protecting your peace because, again, we already learned that your peace is your responsibility. It's about going from surviving to living. Like, just imagine, like, we watch movies, right? So take yourself out of it, right? And just think of a movie and think of somebody out there surviving. Like, they're always on the go. They're surviving, they're running, they're going, and it's not really a lot of time to sit down and take breaths. You understand me? But when you're living, it's peace that sits in that space. You have a little bit more clarity on where you're going. You get to sit in a space to know yourself. Surviving and living is the two different things. So I'm not always on in overdrive. When I was surviving, I was in overdrive all the time. With living, I could take every day and I could focus on that day and do what I need in that day. So this is not a race. It's transformation. It's about becoming the version of you that you've always known you've had inside. So where we've been in those spaces where we didn't believe in ourselves because others didn't believe in us, or we didn't allow ourselves to do some things because we was afraid, a little nervous, and all those things. This is a space where we allow ourselves to live for who we are and whose we are. For you that don't know me, let me get you the opportunity to know me. I am your coach, Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified life coach, coaching in personal development and goals. I'm a best-selling author, and I am the podcast host of Talks with Tawanda, a space for healing, a space for believing, a space for becoming the better version of yourself. If you're over here on TikTok, go ahead and tap that screen. Show God the love. Show me some love. I'll show you love back. If you're over on YouTube, please do the same. Go ahead and tap the screen. Show a little love in the space. Good morning, Summer. Show a little love in the space. Tap that screen, tap that screen, tap that screen. While you tapping the screen, I'm going to keep on going. And you might be asking, what would this workshop do for you? Let me go ahead and tell you. Here's what it will be doing for you. We're putting to rest limiting belief, those beliefs that is not enough, that you can't do it, the lies that you told yourself and that others told you that you're not enough, the pain that tried to break you, the old identity that no longer fits where you're going. So we're going to be putting the rest on limited beliefs. We're going to shift how you see yourself in your life. So it's no more shrinking. This is not the season to be shrinking. It's no more settling. We ain't settling on nothing. If we want sprinkles on our ice cream, that bladed, we gonna get sprinkles on our ice cream. We not gonna talk about that it's too many calories and carbs and all that stuff. That's not what we here for. We not settling for what we want. We gonna go ahead and get it. You know, for what we don't want, we gonna go ahead and get what we want. There's no more doubting your worth. We around here doubting our worth because of what somebody else said. But if you look at their life, we ain't talking about that. We talking about us, right? So we ain't gonna talk about that. But we gonna be mindful of those who we allow us in a position of doubting ourselves because of whatever they say. We ain't gonna. That's not what we're doing, right? We're gonna believe in ourselves because some of us have lost the will to believe. So we're going to believe it's possible. We're going to believe we deserve it. We're going to believe that we have more than what we came from. We've come from a place that didn't have a lot of possibilities, didn't see a lot of hope, but that's not us. That's not our purpose. That's not our future. That was just a part of a life that we had to live. And that part of life is something that we had to learn from. We're going to identify our vision. What have God placed in your heart? What have you been afraid to say out loud? That's what we're going to do. And we're going to set intentional goals. We're just not going to say we're going to do this and we're going to do that. We are going to be intentional. We're not going to set no stressful goals, but we're going to set some aligned goal. Remember last week we were talking about going to Jamaica? Baby, that is alignment for me, honey, because I am ready to, I ain't going to tell you what I'm ready for, but I'm ready for it. We're going to be intentional about the goals that match your healing and your purpose. So this is all about intentions. And we're going to plan with excitement and expectations. What's the point of planning to go to Jamaica if you're not excited and you're not expecting to go? I'm just saying, we're going to understand that faith is trusting the process. That's a big one. We have to trust the process. And even when we can't see the whole picture, we still got to keep on planning because we're doing what? We're going to trust the process. And then we're going to walk it out. Walk it out. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Don't forgive me. I ain't sorry. I'm loving what I love. Good morning, Red. But we're going to walk it out. We're going to walk it out with confidence. We're going to walk it out with clarity, with support, and with a whole new mindset. If you remember the last few weeks, I started off with mindset. Mindset is very important because I can tell you to write this down because you want this and you want that. But if you don't believe it, if you've not set boundaries, if you've not really, allowed yourself to, it was a word I was going to use, y'all. But if you've not allowed yourself to build self-worth, then setting those goals sometimes can seem still a little bit confusing. Setting those goals, it can be very much more harder because you don't even believe that you can have it. Right? So we got to switch the mindset because this workshop that I'm talking about, y'all, get ready because December the 1st is the first workshop. It will be online. Go ahead and click the link in my bio for YouTube and TikTok. There's a link in my bio, and that link will take you to register for this workshop. The workshop is online. You don't even have to leave your house. Go ahead and check it out because, again, this workshop, it's not just about, y'all heard me tumble over those words. Don't worry about it. I'm human, not perfect. But this workshop is not just about a vision board. It's about creating a new life, one that you're proud of, one that you've prayed for, and one that you finally get to step into. I'm just saying, let's go ahead and reset this room. We're not even going to be here long because I'm just going to be here to give it to you. I'm going to be here. I'm going to put it on your plate. Either you eat it or you don't. I'm walking away from it. It's no longer my concern. But what is my concern is that you know that you deserve the life that you are really looking to live. I'm just saying, for you that don't know me and you that do, I am Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified life coach, coaching in personal development and goals. I am a bestseller author, and I am the podcast host of Talks with Tawanda, a place that has been created for healing, believing, and growing into the best version of yourself. I get the opportunity this morning to talk about my new launch. I be over here in the lab. This is the lab, y'all. This is the lab, and it goes down in the lab. In the lab, I've been creating. In the lab, I've been healing. In the lab, I've been believing. In the lab, I've been having faith. In the lab, I have been doing the work on myself so that I can be in position to allow you the space to do the work for you. We are no longer in a space and in a season where we have to be sitting with limiting beliefs. We're not going to keep sitting in depression. We're not going to keep sitting in a space that we don't believe ourselves because of circumstances and people. We are going to allow ourselves in a place of healing. We're going to allow ourselves in a space where we understand and believe that the better version of us is still waiting for us to step into that space. We are not going to be in a space where we continue to survive instead of living. This is not a race. This is transformation. And we are going to be in a place to accept it, knowing that it's going to come with some obstacles. It's going to come with some moments. There's going to be some roadblocks. There's going to be some delays and all those things. But as long as we have what we need, which is the faith, then we're going to be able to overcome all of those things. So again, I am excited to announce our upcoming workshop series, which will be online. The first workshop would be December the 1st. I hope to see you in the place. But if I don't see you December the 1st, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing you December the 15th. And then from there, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing whomever needs to be in this space every Monday, every other Monday. Let me do this way. Every first and third Monday of the month. Why? Because I know there's greater in you. I know there's some things that God has been pressing on your heart that you just been a little nervous about. But I am here to tell you that there's no need to be nervous because this workshop is about you. Again, what is it about? How is it about me? Let me tell you how is it about you. Because it's about you living beyond the circumstances. It is about you believing in yourself. It's about you healing the part of you that people have walked over. And it's about you stepping into the next version of who God has called you to be. That's what it's about. It's about overcoming depression. It's about gaining confidence and self-worth. It's about setting boundaries to protecting your peace. You heard me mention and say that season in life where so much the divorce and the identity theft, the friendship, the betrayal, the family issues, like all those things, the loss of business, all those things took place because I ain't had no clear boundary set. I allowed myself in a position because the boundaries that I did not set, I didn't protect myself. I wasn't protecting my peace. I didn't allow myself, good morning, love. I didn't allow myself in a space to understand what it was I deserved. So I went through a storm. I lost damn near everything. Thought I was going to lose my mind. But then God said, it's time to begin again. So I didn't just begin again. I didn't just walk through those days. I walked through those days with transformation. I walked through those days with faith. I walked through those days with forgiving. I walked through those days with loving myself more. I walked through those days with actually allowing myself to be in a position to understand that there's something greater. And the greater started with me. The greater gonna start with you. Becoming the better version of yourself starts with you. It has nothing to do with anyone else. What will we do in this workshop? Well, we're going to be putting to rest some limiting beliefs. We are going to be shifting how we see ourselves in our life. We're going to believe in ourselves again because you need that. Because if you don't believe in you, ain't no need to write no goals down. Ain't no need to be preparing for 2026 if you don't believe that you're going to be able to walk into 2026 with purpose. I'm just saying, we're going to identify our vision because how do we know where we're going if we haven't identified where we want to go? We're going to set intentional goals because we know where we're going, but if we don't set goals to it to know what it's going to take to get there, then how do we really get there? We're going to plan with excitement and expectations. What's the point of planning for something that's going to be great if you're not excited and you're not expecting it to happen? And then we're going to walk it out because faith without works is dead. So what's the purpose of having a vision? What's the purpose of putting the goals together? What's the purpose of putting the plan together? What's the purpose of walking in faith if we're not going to walk it out, if we are not going to walk it out with confidence, if we're not going to walk it out with clarity, with support, and with a whole new mindset? If we have somewhere that we're wanting to go, we got to shift our whole perimeter in order to allow us to get there. This workshop is a workshop that allows you to get from where you are to where you want to be. And guess what? You get to do it with me. I'm just saying. This workshop where it includes some coaching and all the good stuff. It includes some Q&A and all those things. It also includes a vision board. But listen, it's not just about a vision board. It's about creating a new life. one that you can be proud of, one that you prayed for, one that you can finally be ready to step into. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? Y'all heard me say it. Registrations are officially open. Go ahead and click the link in my bio. You click the link in my bio on TikTok, you can click the link in my bio on YouTube. Click the link and go ahead and get your seat. But hey, don't be stingy, y'all. Don't be stingy. Don't be selfish. Don't just click that link for yourself because now we're not worrying about everybody else, but we got some people in our circle that we know is ready to grow too. And while we're growing, we want to give them the opportunity to grow as well. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So go ahead and click the link. Don't just click the link. Go ahead and invite somebody to come over and go ahead and vision this journey with you. You understand? I'm just saying. There's no need to wait. There's no need to overthink because we've already been doing that. We've already been overthinking in life. We've already been limiting ourselves, saying what we can't do, what we ain't gonna do, and this and that. Listen, I enjoy. Good morning. Good morning. I enjoy the life that I have allowed myself to plan. I ain't no extravagant life, y'all. I live this thing without the stress, without the hassle, without the fuss. Whatever's gonna come is gonna come. I'm not here to compete. I'm not here to race. I am here to just do what I need to do for me. And guess what? You deserve to do what you need to do for you too. This is the moment that you've been waiting on to become the better version of yourself. So, hey, listen, for you that don't know me and you that do, I am Coach Tawanda. I am a personal development and goals coach. I'm just not certified. I am also called. I am a bestseller author and I am the podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. And what I am offering, you guys, I worked hard over here on this thing, but I didn't work hard just for you. I worked hard for myself as well. Because again, when you got vision, you're going to get somewhere. And that's what this workshop is going to do. It's going to allow you to see the potential in yourself. It's going to allow you to see that thing that you have been missing out on because you have been so concerned and worried about what everybody else has to say. But this is your season. This is your life. And I want you to live it to the best. You heard me? So anyway, what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and prepare ourselves because we're preparing ourselves to build. We are preparing ourselves to heal. We are preparing ourselves to vision. And we are preparing ourselves to grow. So we're going to do this together. Let's walk it. I'm just a little 1-2 for the morning. It is Monday morning. I hope y'all are excited because I've been up and ready for this thing since like 4:30 this morning. I don't know what y'all been doing, but I've been over here doing the 1-2. And I am excited, so super excited to have an opportunity to where I have taken my workshops not only in person, but now I am offering them to the mass. So I have created this space so that we can get on Zoom and we can talk this thing out together. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you to go ahead and go to the link in my bio. Click the link in my bio and go ahead and book your seat. But don't just go over there and get your seat. Go ahead and get your seat, then share it with somebody else that needs a seat as well. Hey, I am here. I'm finna let you go because I done said what I needed to say. I done did what I needed to do. And now I'm ready to go and get life together because it's more Monday. Do y'all know what we do on Monday? Enjoy life. That's the life of not having to clock in for somebody else. You get to clock in for yourself. Um, there's a lot of things that me as a coach, I have had the opportunity to do. There's a lot of areas in which I am allowed to coach. And I say allowed to coach because I allow myself because some things I just won't touch. There are some things that I'm just not going to do because it's just not in me to do. But there are a lot of things that I have done in life. And the most important, but out of all those things, the most important thing that I've done in life is to allow myself to heal, allow myself to vision, allow myself to set actionable goals, allow myself to really plan it out, allow myself to have faith, and allow myself to walk it out. So every morning I get up, I am doing something that makes me a better version of myself. Hey, I love y'all. We are done this morning. Go ahead and click the link in the bio. That's one. You got some homework to do. Click the link. Go ahead and share this video with somebody. I don't care who it is, just share it and let them make the decision on what they want to do with their life. But you already got your ticket, so you're not concerned. Either they going to eat off the plate or they going to walk away. Okay? So that being said, hey, I love y'all. It has been an amazing weekend for me. Very chill. I got some stuff done because, again, y'all already know Coach Tawanda is always making a list. And when I make a list, I check it off so that I can go ahead and do what it is that needs to be done. So what's on my list this morning? I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna put some put me some what I'm gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna go put my little eye mask on. I'm gonna go soak my feet. And I am finna sit on my couch, drink me some coffee, yes, early this morning. Because what other time to do it? I get to make the decisions on how I'm gonna maneuver during the day. And this day, because I didn't do it yesterday, today is the day that I'm gonna have my self-care day. Why? Because that's another thing that I do in my time. I'm just not waking up being concerned about what everybody else need and what everybody else is trying to do. I am waking up concerned about what I need to do. And then when I figure out what I need to do and I see that those things are working for me, I come here and I share them with you because I know they'll work for you too. Hey, I love you. It is Monday. Go ahead and set, we talked about it a few weeks ago. Go ahead and start today to set your week up. Go ahead and start today to decide what your week gonna look like. Be intentional about what your week is gonna look like because I'm intentional about helping you get from where you are to where you want to be. So if you want to know more, go ahead and click the link in the bio and let's build together. I love y'all. Have an amazing day on purpose. This is Coach Tawanda, personal Coach Tawanda, a called and certified life coach, personal development and goals, best-selling author, and podcast host of Talks with Tawanda, here to share with you a space of healing, believing, and growing into the better version of yourself. I will see you on the next side. But before we get to the next side, which the next side, the other side is the workshop, which is going to be December the 1st. I'm going to see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. because we got some things to talk about. I love y'all. Have a great day on purpose.